What's up, guys? So, as you can see, taking a little nature walk out here on the farm today, and it's, you know, it's good to walk around, patrol the fence, find new giant holes that the coyotes and all that stuff are trying to get in through, and all that good stuff. But mostly, when I'm anxious or whatever, just go outside. It's not even necessarily nature, it's just being outside, right? So half of this stuff is just overgrown fields that need to be taken care of, right? And then, you know, up on the top, it's already been taken care of. It does all right. But yeah, I was gonna mention some of the super cool and fun things about, well, BlackRock was kind of one of the things on my mind, who are white cell members totally funding other white cell members to use a military against your own military. How cool is that, right? And their spokesperson, completely out of touch, goes, you know, I don't think that American soldiers would care who's funding the bullets that are being flung at them. And the point is, you don't arm your enemies, which means that section of white cell is probably your fucking enemy if the Chinese are their friends. So, y'all keep on thinking, oh well, we'll get through this. We'll vote our way out. Sure you will, fam. Sure you will. That's all I got. Ugh, man. Okay, well, I lied, right? I just got done talking about the BlackRocks, saying whatever. Look how pretty that is. It's a whole mountain covered by mist over there. And then that's all I'm going to show, because I'm sure somebody who watches YouTube will pick it out and be like, oh, you live here. You're probably wrong. You're probably right. I don't give a fuck. So I got done rambling about BlackRock, and then I realized, oh yeah, back to the white cell, back to Blue 4. I can't recall if it was Indiana or Illinois. Not that I get mixed up with the states, but more because I saw the headline for about 2 seconds and was like, well, I guess it's time to start going and getting ready. So one of those two states have decided that we're going to start allowing non-U.S. citizens to be police force members. I don't really know or care what capacity that they would fill, but that just sounds more like white cell making it legal and easier for Blue 4 to come after me and steal my shit. That's kind of a double-edged sword, because now it's easier for me to say, oh, hey, you know that police department that's somehow run by nothing but Chinese people? And that's not even me saying anything against someone who is American of Chinese descent. I don't really care. I'm talking about they're run by Chinese citizens. And China happens to be part of our big four enemies at the moment, according to Unified Land Operations, ULO, in the whole, you know, Army strategic premise, which you can just go to the Army's website and see who the big four are, or the big three and little three, whatever the fuck they want to call them now. So we're going to let foreign nationals inflict upon us the pains of our already terrible fucking legal system and the already terrible powers and authorities, assumed authorities, that Blue 4 has against Green 4, Red Cell, Op 4, whatever. Basically everybody else. So I kind of see it as one of those things where, yeah, it's definitely bad, but it is more good whenever you see your enemy is pushing the Overton window a lot closer, pretty fast, pretty easily, saying, oh, well, you know, you're our enemy. Well, if you're telling me that I'm the enemy, that makes it very easy for me to decide who my actual enemies are, right? So everybody who's out there sucking the thin blue line dick can probably finally go, oh, hey, this is a bad thing. If one state does it, one area does it, you can be rest assured that it's going to be attempted throughout the rest of the states, which, you know, not a big deal. Personally, I don't really care about that. We already know where Red Cell Gorilla sits on this side of the fence, right? I don't believe in having a police force because it's unconstitutional already, right? I do kind of sort of semi-believe in having a sheriff's department, kind of sort of semi, right? As long as I stay out of my fucking business and stay out of my life. I have no issue with that. I don't believe in law or code enforcement as a whole because, again, wherein did you think you were fucking free in the land of the free? You haven't been. You're on the largest free-range tax farm in the fucking world. You're taxed so fucking much that your government has decided that your taxes don't even need to go to you. Your taxes need to go to somebody else. They need to go to NATO. They need to go to Ukraine. They need to go to England. They need to go to France. They need to go to Germany. They need to go to Italy. They basically need to go any fucking where but you, right? But you're the one footing the bill because fuck you, right? Fuck you is green 4. Fuck you is gray cell. Fuck you is red cell. Fuck you is op 4, right? So why? Why are there so many people, right? And I get it. I'm sure one or two of you folks have noticed that I do wear an American flag. It's just upside fucking down. And I wear that flag upside down because this nation is in need of help, right? I'm an Army guy, or ex-Army guy, and I get that that's a Navy thing when a ship or boat or whatever the fuck is in trouble and their wares are dwindling and they need some help. They turn the flag upside down to say, hey, I need some fucking help over here, guys. And this is the only means of communication I have. My radio's dead. I'm hanging my flag upside down. Please come check us out. Please fix us, right? So in my mind, this is a setup in order to get not just our enemies to come police us, but get our so-called friends who they have no idea about the American way of life, right? Oh, we don't have these problems in England, which was burning just a few years ago. Doesn't matter that they have very, very extremely tight firearms laws, right? Their laws are so fucking crazy that a screwdriver is considered a sharp. Screwdrivers are considered weapons. You have to be above a certain age, like kitchen knives. Yeah, so let's not pretend that your ideal or the ideal of your government isn't to just wholly disarm you in order to, I don't know, probably murder you. ESG seems to be a good way to do that. We already know, because World Economic Forum has said it themselves, that, oh, well, guess what? We need to have 500 million or so less people on the planet. Right? I say 500 million or so less people. I misspoke. They maximum want 500 million people on the planet Earth. So out of the almost 8 billion of us, which one of you guys are staying alive? Right? You can call it, oh, we got to save the planet. Oh, we got to get rid of carbon. We got to get rid of CO2. You know what's pretty awesome about plants? Plants eat CO2, which is the shit we breathe out. And then they give us oxygen, which, yeah, I get the atmosphere is mostly made of nitrogen, right? I get that on a scientific level. But we need oxygen, or at least that's what I was taught in, the indoctrination center. I need oxygen in order to survive. Well, plants give it freely. Don't be surprised when somebody turns around and says, the oxygen that you're getting freely from plants isn't good for you. And we got to can that shit. And we're going to have O'Hare air. Right? Don't be surprised. It's just another fucking runaround. Just like every other thing. White cell is the fucking enemy. White cell is always going to be the enemy. They think they are above you. If you think I don't really have any thoughts, I suppose, on YouTube journalists. Listen to me huffing going up this hill like a big old fat guy. I don't know about YouTube journalists, but I can tell you that all the major companies, including Fox, whatever, and anywhere that you get on news that is on the radio waves that's not independent, those folks are white cell too. The only time they're going to have a camera pointed at you, ever, period, is to ensure that the rest of Green 4 and Gray Cell knows that you're a bad guy and that Blue 4 is going to have to come after you. Pretty sure we had this discussion before. White cell is the main target of a guerrilla all the time, at all times. You see somebody with a camera, right, in Minecraft, well, they're an identified target. You see somebody in a uniform with a badge, well, that's super easy because they're a military identified target. And of course, you know, not actually saying to go do anything. This is all in the realms of an education level. But what the purpose of this channel is to inform you how to be extremely aggressive and extremely violent and be effective whenever you're carrying out a kinetic battle against your enemies. Now, again, if you can avoid Blue 4 at all costs. Honestly, there's no reason to bother them until they start coming after you. But white cell, well, Blue 4 is the dog of white cell. And we need to change ownership. We probably need to change it very soon. Especially if we're going to have non-U.S. nationals inflicting our very, very stringent laws. Again, you guys thought you were free. You guys thought you were free. Our very stringent laws to go after normal, everyday American citizens. And probable cause is not a thing, ladies and gentlemen. It is not probable cause, it is just cause. Just because I have a badge and a gun and assumed authority, I'm going to put you in a fucking cage and take shots at you whenever you do not comply to be put in a fucking cage, because fuck you. White cell is very clearly financially backing our enemy with your fucking money, right? This is BlackRock. We're talking about retirement funds. We're talking about the funds that you are paying, right? Because these are supposed to hold you over. This is supposed to get you from between 55 or 65 until your deathbed. So you can have, you know, a few years of resting in peace and being left the fuck alone. So you can go to your shitty ass condo in Florida and live and not be bothered by anybody and not be visited by your fucking family. Just to let you know.